I have lots of thoughts, as anyone that knows me will tell you. Some of them are kind of deep, others are depressingly shallow. Some of them could be considered good. Some of them could be considered bad. No matter what the thoughts are, though, I feel as if they're mine, and that I came up with them on my own, or at the very least took someone else's thoughts and added something to them. When those thoughts turn into decisions, then I suppose that's really the core concept of free will. But is free will something that is objectively real? I've heard talk from some Christians on YouTube of a mind-brain duality, where somehow there are elements of decision-making that are made outside the physical brain. Apparently an invisible friend isn't enough, so now they're telling us that we have an invisible brain following us around too. Am I the only one that finds this creepy? Not to worry though, because as with all other claims of the supernatural so far, it's a claim without evidence to back it up. Wouldn't we all like to blame everything stupid that we've ever done on something outside of ourselves, though? Oh, no, I wasn't trying to stare at your chest. It was my invisible brain that was telling me to do it. Wait, where are you going? It actually makes sense why this would be an appealing concept for religion, though. If you were to add something magical to the physical brain, then we could have a decision-making system that is less influenced by our experiences and drives, not to mention something outside of biology and chemistry. Then they could pin our choices on some sort of decision to be good or evil, and get the real answer about whose side we're really on in the never-ending cosmic battle on this anthill called Earth. It's an interesting concept, but if there's one thing that we know about humans, it's that our decisions can be easily manipulated, no matter how much we try to be rational. I realize that religious people would love human behavior to be more cut and dried, so that we could be categorized in the good or evil bins, but that doesn't appear to be a realistic hope on their part. Humans are complicated, and I'm okay with that. Minus evidence for a mind-brain duality, it seems that our brain is the same as any other primate brain. We're influenced by genetics, past experiences, and situational factors to make a decision that is communicated to the body through chemical signals. Somewhere in there, free will comes in, or does it? Given a perfect understanding of every factor that comes into play when making a decision, this means that an omniscient God would have the ability to know what any decision will be before we make it. In fact, you could easily see how an omniscient God would have the ability to know everything that will happen in the future, to the tiniest detail, even a random number generated by a computer. Given a perfect understanding of every physical and chemical influence acting on us and on everything else in the world, which God would have by definition, there are no unknowns, and the future is predetermined. To us, free will doesn't seem like an illusion, but that's just because we can't know or calculate every single effect on us, down to the most minute detail. Everything seems mysterious until we're familiar with the details. I tell creationists this all the time, and they still insist it's magic, but I digress. So if God is omniscient, then he knows exactly what is going to happen. And if God is not omniscient, then, well, he's not God then, is he? If God already knows the results, then why bother going through the motions? I think some Christians understand this, and so they made up a supernatural brain to solve this logical problem created by the other supernatural things that they've already made up. Sometimes I wish I could create invisible stuff to make my problems go away, but alas, I am comfortably constrained by reality.